he said, you don't know poor until I saw what true poverty was. He said there were families that were so poor when he was going to school as a boy in a one-room schoolhouse that they didn't have food for lunch. And these poor little kids would show up with a piece of half-moldy bread with a little sparrow that they had caught or shot out of the barn with slingshot. That's all they had to eat was a sparrow sandwich. Can you imagine that? Can you even imagine? So that made a huge impression upon him. And he never wanted to experience that again. So that's why he saved things. That's why I have that big bolt box collection. When he worked his whole career, whenever he did a transmission rebuild or a brake job, when parts would come in, new parts or sometimes you have extra bolts, he saved everything. When he replaced it, when he took a starter off of a car, he didn't throw it in the garbage. He brought it home until we had a big 55-gallon barrel full of starters. And we would sit down there by the wood stove, him and I, when I was a boy, and break those things open and get all the copper windings out of them. Pull the stators out, unwind all the copper. That's a lot of work. They got all that potting on there and that glue and stuff. And we would take all that stuff, and then he built a kind of a crucible deal where we would put it in the wood stove and melt the copper, all the insulation and stuff off the copper. And he would save that stuff for the whole year, and then we would take it up into Northeast Portland to Zeusman's Metal. I remember Zeusman's Metal. He said, we'll take it up there to the Jew Zeusman. He was a Jewish guy that owned the place. And we would sell the steel and all the axles, and he saved everything like that. And it was just a different mentality, different mindset. You could not leave food on your plate if you went out to eat with Granddad. First off, as kids, we were spoiled. Oh, I don't want to eat my plate. I don't want to eat this. He would, you eat your food, and if we couldn't eat it or just wouldn't eat it, he would eat it. I assure you that when we left that restaurant, there was not any food on that table. That's the way he was.